are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So it looks like Cardi B gags Scratch Off and Icespxce and also clowns them on Spaces, according to the fans, because the numbers are in, and Scratch Off and Icespxce new collaboration received 239,000 unfiltered streams on Paolify. Wait, that's it? Oh my goodness. I thought they was finna gagged alive. Now, I didn't really like the song like that. I said it in my initial review of the song that I would give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10, and that it wasn't going to be on my playlist. I felt like the song, it's okay, but it's not a hit. I said that when the song came out. But Cardi B fans were happy about this because Imaginary Surgeries did 336,000 streams first week. So basically 100,000 more. And so, Cardi B fans, they don't want to compete with like D0JA and Nicki. So they got to compete with, Scratch Off and Icespxce. Now Cardi B fans want to compare her numbers to Icespxce and Scratch Off instead of, Nicki and, D0JA because we already know who's going to outsell. But with that being said, a lot of fans feel like she was kind of sneak dissing the girls on Spaces. So let's take a listen to what Cardi B had to say.
Every week, these bitches are doing something. Go talk about them. D0JA just put a fucking song out. Icespxce and LATT0 just put a fucking song out. Go talk about them. Bitches got shit going on every single other 2 weeks. Why do you speak on the brim every fucking week?
So that was Cardi B airing out her frustration with certain blogs and podcasters because she feels as though that she gets dragged more than other female rappers, and people do not speak on other female rappers as much as they speak on her. Well, that could be the case for some blogs. We speak on everybody. I basically have dragged every single female rapper or have talked about every female rapper when they release music. I just talked about the Icespxce and Scratch Off collaboration when it dropped. We talk about D0JA. I feel like I'm one of the few bloggers that actually constantly talk about D0JA, to be quite honest. I feel like a lot of black blogs or urban blogs do not talk about D0JA because, one, a lot of black people feel as though D0JA is racist or that she doesn't like black culture or that she's a culture vulture because she doesn't date black men and she was in the racist chats. So I think that's partially the reason why D0JA doesn't get talked about on certain platforms. As for Scratch Off and Icespxce, we talk about them here on this platform, but I think when it comes to Scratch Off, her relationship with 21 Below Average is probably more entertaining than the music. Let's just be completely honest. Okay, nobody cares about Scratch Off musically. People more so care about her relationship with 21 Below Average that she's been hiding for 5 years because she's the side chick. Okay, let's just be honest. Now, with that being said, D0JA's Planet Her re-enters the Billboard 200 album chart at number 197 for its 198th week. Okay, so congratulations to D0JA on that. I think Planet Her is a classic. And even though I don't think that this album is going to be as great as the Planet Her album, I do think V will definitely have some bops on the album. So congratulations to D0JA on that. Now, moving on from that, it has been reported that Cardi B fans believe that Cardi B's new album, Am I Ugly, will outsell Pink Friday 2. Her vinyls and merch boxes are allegedly sold out, and they believe that she has 100K in purse sales already. Okay? Now, Nicki Minaj did 92,000 in purse sales, which, I don't fully believe, but that's what Billboard reported, and if you guys remember, they took 100K sales away. But they reported that she sold 228,000. And so with that being said, fans believe that Pink Friday 2 will no longer be the highest selling female rap album in this decade. They think is going to go to Cardi B. Here's my thing. I don't think that Cardi B will organically outsell Nicki Minaj. Okay, and I'm talking about organically. And this is why I believe that. There's no hype around Cardi B's album, right? I know she got some big name features on the album. Allegedly, she got Queen Bee, Bad Bunny, a few R&B singers on the album. But the point of the matter is, the way the general public has reacted to Downside and Imaginary Faces, I feel like they're going to react the same way to the album, despite the big features. I think that, they're going to talk about it for a few days, and then after a week is moving on to the next. I mean, there's literally no album this year that has, captivated the audience for months at a time. Sabrina just dropped an album, and I know she did 350,000, but people are not even talking about the album anymore. Justin Bieber just dropped. People are not talking about the album anymore. Okay? So if Justin and The Weeknd and Sabrina can't even have longevity with their albums, I don't think Cardi B will. Okay? And I know she's doing a lot of promotion and trying to do a lot of different skits and use her personality to sell her album. But I feel like, in my opinion, you got to have a fire as single to get the people hype. I know she's trying to use her personality, but I just don't think that's going to work for the general public. I think that organically, she'll be able to do 150, 200,000, right? Organically. But I don't think organically she will be outselling the queen of rap. Now, moving on from that, fans are accusing Scratch Off and No Spice of copying Cardi B. A fan said Cardi hosted WWE and suddenly Scratch Off and No Spice in a wrestling ring. The Mood Warriors working overtime. Wow. Okay. Now, if you guys remember, no shade to Scratch Off and No Spice, but they did have a similar music video to, obviously WWE, because they were pretending like they were fighting against each other or going up against each other in the music video. But let me know, do you guys think that they copy Cardi? Here's my thing. I feel as though they did not really copy Cardi B, because Cardi B hasn't had a music video like that. No shade. And then on top of that, I feel as though Cardi B fans were a little bit jealous of Scratch Off and No Spice making amends, because they secretly want Nicki and Cardi B to make amends. That's the hot tea. They want this moment for Cardi B, especially since Imaginary Faces flopped. Cardi B don't got a hot single out. Let's just be honest. She don't. Let's just be completely 1,000. And they want this moment for Cardi B. They want her to have that WAP moment she had with Megan. So they want that with Nicki Minaj. Let's just be honest. They want that moment. And that's why they're really upset. Now, C Breezy, the colorist, had a statement he made about Queen Bee, Usher, and MJ. He said, honest opinion, Queen Bee, Michael, Usher are all the best superstars in the lanes of their own. Back in the day, music was individuality, and we were able to be inspired by all the artists from the past because they were the best versions of their creativity without debates on who's better. I see a lot of podcasts and debates on who's better, and the truth is that we all shine bright in our own way. I'll never say I'm better than anything. I'm just doing the best Chris Breezy. In some way, shape, or form. These artists have influenced me to go hard and never give up. I just want to be recognized for helping people with my gifts, okay? So that's what C Breezy had to say Let me know if you guys agree. Well, I'll be honest with you. I feel like artists always got compared. Tupac got compared to Biggie. Jay got compared to Nas. Brandy got compared to Monica. All artists, even from back in the day, got compared. Okay, I don't believe that people just started getting compared. So that to me was a lie. And as for him not thinking that he's better than anyone, I commend that because he's not. Chris Breezy's very talented. Let's not get it twisted. Definitely an icon in the game, an icon in the making. We will be talking about him for years to come, but nobody's ever going to touch Michael. That's just, Michael's in a whole different lane. Like, nobody's ever touching him. He's still going platinum and he has back-to-back diamond albums. Okay, so nobody's ever touching Michael. But if we talking about the new R&B male and female artists, Beyonce's in a whole lane on her own when it comes to R&B. Okay, she don't even just do R&B. I don't even really classify Beyonce R&B. I feel like she do every genre. Okay, but when we're talking about Beyonce, she would be closest to Michael when we're talking about legacy. Catalog completely different because she's branched out to different genres and stuff like that. But when we're talking about legacy, she's the closest thing to Michael. She's the only person amongst all the people he named, especially Usher and himself. She's the only person that could do a stadium tour by herself. Michael Jackson was the only person to be able to do that. Let's just be honest. Janet, now, no shade to Janet, but she can't do that. Icon, but she can't. Okay. Chris Breezy, if I had to compare Chris Breezy to Usher, I would prefer Usher than Chris Brown because I like Usher's catalog more. Okay, that's just my opinion. But I definitely feel like Usher, Chris Brown, Beyonce, all icons, all legends. Beyonce's just in a whole different lane though. Like, it can't even compare because she just did 400,000 for a country album, like, first week. Like, Chris Brown, Usher, they're not doing that. And let's just be honest. Now, the Video Music Awards is tonight. And there's a lot of debate on who will be taking home the Video of the Year Award at the 2025 Video Music Awards. Now, I feel like people are not really caring or talking about the VMAs right now. Like, I don't really feel like people care. But the nominees are Birds of a Feather, Bright Days Ahead, Not Like Us, Timeless, Man Child Die With a Smile, APT. So I feel like, in my opinion, it can only go to two. Okay? Not Like Us, obviously, or APT. That's it. I think those are the only two that deserve to win. Everybody else, it is a choppity chop. Okay? No shade. But let me know if you guys will be watching this year's Video Music Awards and if you think Bruno and Rose should win, or if you think Kung Fu Kenny should win, if you think somebody else should win. Okay, so let me know in the comments. Now, Queen B is gagging the live. She has updated all of her certifications, and now it has been reported that Queen B's Partition has now sold over 7 million units in the U.S. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Partition used to be my song, okay? But I'm shocked Drunken Love ain't, Diamond. Drunken Love, that was a really popular song back in the day. I think that was one of the songs of the summer back in 2014, 2013, whenever it came out. I think it came out late 2013, like in December. So it was like the song of the summer the following year. So I'm shocked that's not Diamond. Okay. So I think Queen B got to continue to update her stats. And the streets are saying that she's finished surpassed Katy and Riri when it comes to Diamond Records. That's what the streets are saying. Okay. Because I think Rihanna got like 7, but Queen B, she's catching up. Now, 100,000 lashings is going to Mariah the Clown, okay? Now, it has been revealed in a jail call that was recorded and leaked that Young Thug admitted to cheating on Mariah the Clown just days before his arrest in the leak jail call. And I'm not really shocked, okay? I'm not shocked that he was cheating on Mariah the Clown. She's slow, she's desperate, and she stayed. So, I mean, there's really nothing for us to really discuss. That's why he was keying and dogpiling on Gorilla Glue. Because let's be very clear, he was trying to smash Gorilla Glue, and Mariah the Scientist probably questioned him. And with that being said, he was like, oh no, she's ugly, blah, 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 trying to shit on Gorilla Glue. And he probably secretly wanted her. That's why she was laughing on that damn phone. So I think she has, like I said before, very low self-esteem. And that's why I do not respect Mariah the Clown. Now her career is getting dragged down, okay? Because guess what? A lot of women are dragging you on social media, and people are not going to be streaming your music as much, and you need all the streams you can get because it's not like you be dropping hits back to back, okay? You know, Mariah leans more so towards the flops than she does to like the girls that sell. Okay, so with that being said, 50,000 lashings or 100,000 lashings for Mariah the Scientist. Now, here comes Mariah trying to get sympathy. She posted one of her lyrics from her new song that she put out on her album. And she said, I put forth an open heart and I've been hurt. Looking back in retrospect, that ain't what I deserve. Want it back in blood, and blood I'm going to get. And I pray for love instead of common sense. Yeah, because you don't got no damn common sense. You just like Cardi B. You gonna stay and still get cheated on. So you need to stop acting tough, okay? Because that's what you're not. No shade. And then, of course, Young Thug posted an apology, a fake-ass apology, saying, my baby, I was wrong. I'm sorry for what I put you through. You deserve better from me. Thank you for everything, and I will do anything to make this work. You show me what love is, and I hope I haven't lost you forever. Everybody leave her out of this, please. She's an innocent girl and feels bad about all of this. Please give her peace. Why don't you give her peace? You the one that's cheating and causing all this unnecessary drama because you can't keep your mouth or your legs closed, okay? So this is why I cannot stand either one of them. I think Mariah should definitely leave Thug. He's only going to humiliate her even more. And this is honestly just embarrassing, the fact that he is like on the phone keying about cheating on you. Okay, and all you can do is post lyrics. Like, you really are the dumbest bird on the planet. You just like Cardi B, okay? Except for the fact that I don't think you have enough money to leave. Cardi B had the money to leave off the cheat. I don't think you got the money to leave. So anyway, with that being said, I have some very hot tea on Paris Jackson, who tried to take Tamar Braxton out. Link will be in the description on Patreon, and I hope you guys have a great day.